A very, very warm welcome, sir, in conversation with Mr. Mudar Patheria. Mudar is literally a man with many hats: cricket writer turned stock market columnist, turned stock market analysis, turned communication professional, turned philanthropy evangelist, turned public space activist. He absolutely loves to clean up, and he also calls himself the garbage cleaner, the literal garbage cleaner. Collects porcelain enamel boards, architectural drawings of old Kolkata buildings, postal lobby cards of Bengali films, LP album covers, and old typewriters. He suggests Trisus should be actually part of the heritage walk for the city of Kolkata. A very, very warm welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for the very exalted introduction. I mean, it almost sounded extremely flattering. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. So here we are to, talk about the looming question which is there. What kind of a future do we envisage for the youth in this post-COVID world? The first question would be for me is like, what kind of a workspace do we really dream to design after COVID, now that people are like accustomed to work from home?
You know, one of the things I must say, and I say this because I'm an entrepreneur and I run an organization, that until about 6 months ago, if somebody had told me that, all you guys will need to work from home, not be able to see each other, I would have considered it impossible to run the company.
Right.
But amazingly, काम हो रहा है, काम बड़े अच्छे से हो रहा है, and I think with a little higher productivity than we would have otherwise envisaged.
Right.
So what am I learning? My learning is कि अपने इंसान जितनी भी तकलीफें सोचता है अपने बारे में, I think the outcomes are much, much better than what we generally exaggerate our worst fears. और मुझे लगता है कि जहाँ तक काम करने की शैली है, उसमें मुझे ये भी लगता है कि I think there is a future for working from home, not completely, but I would say as a hybrid. मुझे लगता है कि people also need the touchy-feely environment of an office. They also need a certain physicality. They also need to engage. And I think that's very important for personality expression and personality development. और अगर आदमी सिर्फ अपने आप को एक क्यूबिकल में घर पे लगे कि बबल में मैं बैठा हूँ और आपको लगेगा कि आपकी डेवलपमेंट होगी पर्सनालिटी की, तो मुझे नहीं लगता. I think somewhere a collegial spirit, some kind of an engagement, physical engagement is also very required.
Right.
आज के दिन ये बहुत अच्छा एक break रहा है, but for all those people who've actually worked in a physical environment, जो नए आपके recruits हैं, आप उसको कैसे training दोगे, आप उसको कैसे integrate करोगे, ये एक समस्या है. And I think this is a problem that can be largely resolved through offline engagement rather than online interaction.
Right. But big companies like TCS and IT companies, they are saying that, okay, now we will have it like this. This is like a permanent thing. This is going to continue. Like 70% of the employees, आप घर पे बैठ के काम करो. So how do you see that?
Also simple. मुझे लगता है कि जो 30% ऑफिस से काम करेंगे, they could well be the new recruits.
Right.
They could also be some very some people who. So what they could do is to do the rotation. और उस रोटेशन में मुझे लगता है कि पहले 6 महीने के जो रिक्रूट्स होंगे वो 100% शायद काम करेंगे फिजिकल एनवायरनमेंट में, प्लस द रेस्ट विल बी ऑन अ रोटेटिंग बेसिस, सो यू गेट द फ्लेवर ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन दैट वे. एक तरह से इंसान अपने आप को बड़ा इन्वेंटिव समझता है और बड़ा इन्वेंटिव है भी. सो आई थिंक वी फिगर वेज आउट ऑफ एंगेजिंग प्रोडक्टिवली एंड एफिशिएंटली इन दिस एंटायर सिनेरियो.
राइट. So definitely work from home is here to stay. अभी ये रहने वाला है. ये कहीं जाने
का वैक्सीन नहीं आएगी तब तक तो रहेगा.
जी.
उसके बाद इंसान देखेगा कि is it better for people? So I'll tell you what may also happen. I think our recruitments may happen from different geographies. पहले तो हम कहते थे हमारी कंपनी में कलकत्ता से ही या हम जहाँ रहते हैं वहीं से हो. अब तो the world is your oyster. So you can effectively recruit from anywhere in the world. Create an organizational system whereby people can be integrated through training. बाद में it's a level playing field. It's a flat world. तो मुझे वहाँ लगता है कि जहाँ recruitment का सवाल है, you can recruit now from just about anywhere.
Correct.
Means second tier cities also.
Right.
तो पहले tier 1 लोग ये समझते हैं हम तो tier 1 से ही recruit करेंगे. Tier 1 can now go down to tier 3.
Right.
Tier 2. So I see maybe companies will have a better geographical mix within their organizations in the future.
राइट राइट और एक और चीज जो मुझे लगता है मुंबई में रहकर द ट्रैफिक like we can see the traffic morning or evening में the whole traffic system because 2 घंटे जाने में 2 घंटे आने में so that is also going to be a breather for people who you know talk about work life balance maybe.
तो वहां मुझे लगता है कि कंपनीज विल हैव अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग क्विड प्रो को रिलेशनशिप कि आपके 4 घंटे तो वेस्ट हो गए अनप्रोडक्टिव, करेक्ट? उसमें से 2 घंटे आप अगर ऑफिस को दे दें तो ऑफिस आपको 2 घंटे देने को तैयार है, तो कहीं ना कहीं 8 घंटे का जो वर्क शेड्यूल है नॉर्मल कंपनीज में वो 10 घंटे का वर्क शेड्यूल हो जाएगा और आप भी खुश कि मेरे 2 घंटे बच गए और ऑफिस को भी 2 घंटे ज्यादा मिले, स्पेशली ड्यूरिंग पीक पीरियड्स. तो मैं ये तो नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि हमारी कंपनी में आई एम दी यू नो दी स्लेव ड्राइवर, बट ये जरूर है कि बिकॉज पीपल आर नॉट कम्यूटिंग and are saving 1.5 hours every day, they are generally tending to work till 8:39 in the evenings.
Right. So there's already a question from Ankit. He's from Delhi and he's an artist. He's asking, are you going to see a reverse migration because of the work from home?
Reverse migration in the yeah, that's a very, very interesting question. And I think there will be a greater appraisal. पढ़ता जिसको अपने बोलते हैं कि आप अपना पढ़ता क्या है, तो मैं अपने घरेलू आपको एक पर्सपेक्टिव देता हूँ. माय डॉटर यूज्ड टू वर्क इन दिल्ली एंड she's come down over the last 3 months to Calcutta. There's been absolutely no disturbance as far as her work engagement is concerned. उसकी ऑफिस को ये इल्म है कि she is working from Calcutta, but there is no disturbance in the engagement whether she's now in Calcutta, Timbuktu, anywhere. Makes no difference as long as the work timings are aligned. तो ये आपकी reverse migration हो सकती है. और जो मैंने पहले कहा था, tier 3 can get now recruited into tier 1 without a geographical displacement. I think the world is ready for another upheaval. और वो upheaval अब पढ़ते की the पढ़ता will dictate the upheaval, which means अगर मैं दिल्ली जाऊं, वहां रहूं और वहां मुझे अगर महीने की 25 से 30 हजार रुपए खर्च होते हैं रेंटल वगैरह वगैरह वगैरह, और वो मैं अपने घर पे सेव कर सकता हूँ, तो मेरा जो पड़ता है that means I am going to be 12 multiplied by 30, 3.6 lakhs up every single year. और अगर उसमें से मैं अपने ऑफिस का कहूँ कि मैं 1.5 घंटा आपको दिन में ज्यादा देने को तैयार हूँ, तो कहीं ना कहीं ऑफिस भी वो पढ़ता एनालिसिस करेगी कि यार इस इंसान का 1.5 घंटा अपने को ज्यादा मिले, multiplied by nearly 5 days a week, 7.5 घंटे works out to 1 additional day. In exchange for the fact that the individual does not work from our office, which is going to be better. And I think a lot of companies will say, boss, you work from wherever you are in the country, be accessible to us, deliver great stuff, and then we don't really care where, which city you're located.
Right. Here, I'll just explain. पढ़ता है is like क्या आपका लगता है, like what is the estimate of your खर्चा and of your earning, right?
Yeah. मैं जो थोड़ा सा मुझे इल्म है इसके बारे में, मैं ये कह सकता हूँ कि किसी अर्बन टियर ए सिटी, टियर 1 सिटी में आप 30 से 35 हजार रुपए महीने को लेके चलिए. 30 से 35 हजार रुपए अगर आप महीने का लेके चले कॉस्ट ऑन द लोअर साइड, it works out to 4 lakh rupees per annum.
Right.
So that 4 lakh rupees per annum, if you can save across 5 years, that's a corpus of 20 lakhs, right? That 20 lakhs can actually be your corpus to actually buying a home in a tier 2 location. I think these are the kind of issues that people will address and overcome, and even try and convince the employers. आप ये भी कर सकते हो कि हर 2 महीने में you actually visit your physical office, show your face, hang around for 3 days and come back.
Right. Right. Very good point there. So another question is like of mine is like, do we see really moving towards the investment? Like, because we saw a major health crisis, not just in India, but around the world. So do we see any investment in public healthcare now? Because just a chunk of people accessing private healthcare is not viable anymore. And we have seen health of all is like health of ours, like health of everyone matters. Health of my maid matters, of my driver matters. So that is something just
I feel that ये अपने ऊपर निर्भर है सिटीजन्स पे, कितना इस इश्यू को आप मुद्दा बनाएंगे नेक्स्ट इलेक्शन में. The governments will pay lip service. आज अस्पताल नई खड़ी करने में it requires software of capital of human resource. It also requires hardware of equipment and physical space. मुझे लगता है कि जितना ये इलेक्टोरेट इसको मुद्दा बनाएगा अगले इलेक्शन में, it can only work at that level. I don't see governments making a huge. आपके बजटरी आउटले में लोग जरूर कहेंगे कि हेल्थ केयर की एलोकेशन बढ़ी है. मुझे कहीं ना कहीं मैं थोड़ा डाउटर हूँ कि कितना इंसान के लेवल पे एक्चुअली चेंज होगा. आई एम नॉट वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट unless this becomes our agenda, public agenda, and on the basis of which we can actually vote people out of power. If that doesn't happen, I don't see a very big change happening here.
Right. So, I mean, itna hone ke bawajood bhi the public, like the government, you don't see the government policy changing, or think tank of the government, Niti Aayog and all that, they're not changing their.
ये मैं नीति आयोग को I will not criticize. It may happen over a period of time because I think this COVID-19 has been such a huge thing to happen that कहीं ना कहीं public policy पे जरूर इसका प्रभाव पड़ेगा. मेरा सवाल यही है कि whether that public प्रभाव will be enough to impress us that actually big changes happened in our lives. मैं आपको ये दावे से कह सकता हूँ कि मैं जिस शहर में रह रहा हूँ वहां अगर किसी को प्राइवेट अस्पताल में इलाज कोविड-19 की करवानी हो, मिनिमम 8 से 10 लाख रुपए का खर्चा है.
वही
ये सोचता हूँ कि आदमी कोविड से न डरे इतना जितना कि खर्चे से डरे. कोविड आपको अभी भी संभाल लेगी, लेकिन वो खर्चा जो है might put you into a debt spiral, जिससे कि आपको 3-4 साल लगेंगे वो निकलने में, 5-6 साल लगे निकलने के लिए.
बिल्कुल.
और बेचारा आदमी कमाता 5 लाख रुपए साल का या 6 लाख रुपए साल का, अगर उसको 8 लाख की एक्सपेंस हो जाए, जिंदगी बचाने के लिए वो एक बार खर्चा कर देगा. Might take 5 or 6 years to get out of that debt.
Right. That is यही सबसे I think बड़ा सवाल है. और I mean मैं अपने पर्सनल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से ये सोच रही थी कि अच्छा गवर्नमेंट को इतना ऑलरेडी खर्चा हुआ क्योंकि लॉकडाउन की वजह से सारी चीजें बंद हो गई, तो बहुत बड़ा लॉस हुआ है. तो नाउ द गवर्नमेंट विल डू एवरीथिंग टू मेक श्योर दैट द पब्लिक हेल्थ इज ऑफ प्राइमरी इंपॉर्टेंस whosoever comes to the power. It will be like
ये आपका जो परसेप्शन है सही है, बट वो कोविड के पैंडेमिक के दौरान सही है. अगर वो पैंडेमिक खत्म हो जाए और आदमी को लगे कि वो रात गई, बात भी गई, then I think we might get back to status quo, in which the focus on public health may not be as much as the priority appears today. I think the priority has to be maintained even 2 years down the road.
Right. I mean, last time जब स्पेनिश फ्लू आई थी तब तो शायद 1920s में, तो हम थे नहीं, आई थिंक कोई भी नहीं था, लेकिन उसका असर क्या हुआ वो हम लोगों ने मेजर, आई थिंक किसी ने मेजर नहीं किया, सिर्फ हमें ये पता है कि कितने मिलियन लोग मर गए. बट दिस इज द मॉडर्न वर्ल्ड एंड 21st सेंचुरी. सो
मुझे लगता है कि आपका सवाल एक तरह से रेलेवेंट इस लेवल पे है कि आपका सवाल जो है वो इंडिया स्पेसिफिक है. इसको ग्लोबल स्पेसिफिक बोल रहा हूँ कि अगर ये प्रॉब्लम तो इंडिया से शुरू नहीं हुई, किसी दूसरे मुल्क से हुई. So I have a feeling that I think the world needs to get together. The United Nations needs to get the nations need to get together to discuss if they can create a safety net for the human civilization, and if that is effective enough, then they would be able to confidently say that the transmission of disease will be restricted and people will be protected wherever they are. तो आई थिंक ये सवाल इंडिया के लेवल पे रीजनेबल है, बट मुझे लगता है कि ग्लोबल लेवल पे दिस इज फार मोर इम्पोर्टेंट. मुझे लगा कि जब सोसाइटी नॉर्मलाइज हो जाती है तो ऑल नेशंस नीड टू गेट टुगेदर. जैसे कि सन 45 के बाद वो एक मूवमेंट शुरू हुआ कि द वर्ल्ड विल नॉट फाइट द वे इट इज फॉट. सो one of the things that also happened, the world will not bomb each other the way it has bombed.
Right. Meta ho gaya.
In a lot of ways, if you see it from a long-term perspective, the last 70 years have been among the more stable and less war-prone in the history of humankind. Yes. वैसे ही मुझे लगता है कि अगर वैसी कोऑपरेशन अगर लाई जाए तो आई थिंक आज से नेक्स्ट 50 साल 60 साल may just turn out to be, from a health perspective and a global health perspective, perhaps better than we've ever seen before.
Right. So that is a very important point that you mentioned. Yeah, a policy from the world and from all the World Health Organizations and WHO and UN. अगर कोई एक policy बने जहाँ anybody suffering from this disease or a particular disease will be protected no matter what, then it will be a different world.
वुहान का प्रॉब्लम फिर वुहान का प्रॉब्लम नहीं रहता, पूरे दुनिया की प्रॉब्लम हो जाती कि हाउ डू वी ऑल हेल्प चाइना इन रिस्ट्रिक्टिंग इट एज मच एज पॉसिबल. इनिशियली पहले 2-3 महीने तो चाइना का प्रॉब्लम रहा, बट अगर ग्लोबल कोऑपरेशन उस स्तर पे की जाए कि किसी भी देश का प्रॉब्लम न रहे और सारे आलम का प्रॉब्लम हो जाए, आई थिंक दैट वुड बी अ मच बिगर सॉल्यूशन than a restricted solution.
Right. A very, very important point out there. So I'm just wondering, what changes would you like to see? Maybe there's another sector which has been affected very badly. This is education sector. The online education, online पढ़ाई हो रही है बच्चों की. A lot of people in remote areas, they have just now been deprived of education completely. बिकॉज उनके पास ऑनलाइन टीचर्स के पास ऑनलाइन पढ़ाने की क्षमता नहीं है, बच्चों के पास नहीं है, तो इट हैज कम्प्लीटली कोलैप्स्ड. And even in urban areas, children are really getting stressed out because of sitting in front of the computers. Especially KG1, KG2 students are also being made to sit in front of the laptop with the parent and everything. So how do you see the whole thing, the whole education system also getting affected? And another thing that has come up is like a lot of children who were studying abroad, a lot of all their session had been become online, so they have come back from US and other places, and their life have been completely affected. So how do you see the whole thing, and how do you see that it's going to affect in future? Like
एक लेवल पे तो मैं आपको ये सवाल का जवाब ये दूंगा कि आई एम नॉट एन एजुकेशनर, सो आई वुडंट बी एबल टू गिव यू अ वेरी कॉम्पिटेंट आंसर.
Right.
But I can see it maybe not from the prism of an educationist, but in the prism of a normal human being.
Right.
मुझे लगता है कि अपनी सब can, that also includes you.
Yeah.
Our biggest assets of our educational career were our friends and our friendships. वो स्कूल में बनी. मुझे लगता है कि अगर बच्चा स्कूल नहीं जाएगा, especially वो KG, class 1, class 2, where are we going to create our friends? Where will the human intercourse take place? And I think that's an extremely important part of school life. School life is not just about formal and academic education. School is also about social education, social engagement, and human intercourse. I think that if it doesn't happen, I think that would be an issue. So मुझे लगता है कि स्कूल को सिर्फ एक academic नजरिए से देखना, इस प्रॉब्लम को सिर्फ एक academic नजरिए से देखना would be wrong. And I think we need to see it as part of a human solution. और वहाँ मुझे लगता है कि human engagement जितना कम होगा, लोग उतने कम grow होंगे. But I think वो बच्चों का grow होना is also going to be catalyzed by friendships, which अगर वो नहीं हुआ तो मुझे लग रहा है कि बच्चों की growth stunted हो.
So it is not about rote learning or पढ़ाई और कुछ, but it's more about the environment जो हम लोग भी
totally. ये learning का जो अल्फाज है उसकी परिभाषा में we need to make a change. That it's learning is not just academic. Learning is of all kinds. Learning is also how to engage with your colleagues. Learning is also how to engage with authority in a school. Learning is also how do you absorb different influences. It's also learning. And I think if you're only going to do it through the laptop, it may be restricted. And I would see that the academic slice is only a very small slice of the overall learning cake. और मुझे लगा कि जो अलग-अलग slices हैं, वो आपके physical engagement से ही हो सकता है, जितना मुझे समझ में आया.
Right. Yeah. So do you see, I mean, ये तो अभी हो रहा है, and hopefully जब वैक्सीन आ जाएगी या चीजें herd immunity हम क्रॉस कर जाएंगे तो बेटर हो जाएगा और बच्चे स्कूल वापस जाएंगे मे बी 1 साल के बाद. So do you think this is also this 1 year gap, literally almost like a gap only, is also going to be a learning thing for children? और जैसा मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि maybe this is also learning because घर में बैठ के बच्चे बहुत कुछ सीख रहे हैं क्योंकि मेड नहीं आ रही, कोई नहीं आ रहा. So they are learning how to cook, how to do their झाड़ू पोछा कमरे का. So all these things, also baking. So all these things is happening a lot also with the children. और दूसरा ये था कि also do you see that maybe when things are okay and things are normal, then this online thing will still stay. It is going to be a part of a slice of the whole education system also. It's gonna
be happen that our completely physical and brick and mortar approach may become a hybrid.
Okay.
Who am I to say that it will get completely replaced? I don't even know enough about it. I don't even know how the world is going to evolve. I don't know how parents will adjust. I don't know how children will adjust. I don't know how educationists will adjust. So all I do know is maybe there's a room. देखिए दूसरा एक बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग डेवलपमेंट जो शायद हमारे प्रधानमंत्री ने 1 या 2 दिन पहले उन्होंने जिक्र किया. I think every village in this country is going to be by the optic fiber.
Right.
If every village in this country is going to be linked with optic fiber, you can actually lay the backbone for e-engagement virtually everywhere. I'm not saying that education will become completely virtual in 3 years' time, but I am saying that some very interesting times are ahead. And I think every crisis creates an opportunity. It's how we adjust as a progressive race of people. अगर अपनी adaptability high है, so I think we are going to convert this into an opportunity. और नहीं अगर high है, तो बैठ के मातम करेंगे. तो कहीं ना कहीं, it's not a question of what's in the outside, it's a question of what we are.
Right, right. That's very well put. It's a question of what we are. Maybe it also depends on how we take it forward. As our Prime Minister said, it's going to be an optical fiber country. Let's hope for that. So another thing that has, there's a comment on Facebook which Mr. Anant Navedia is saying that this could also lead to a certain kind of a mental health issue with children. Mental health is a big deal these days.
So I think this entire pandemic has brought the subject of mental health and mental hygiene into center stage. I won't go to the names of certain celebrities who've actually very sadly passed away in the last couple of months, but मुझे लगता है कि mental health, देखिए मैं आपको बड़ा एक interesting और personal बात बोलता हूँ कि अपने level पे भी there are moments when we felt extremely low in the last few months. It's no point saying that we've been absolutely all right. I don't think none of us has been actually absolutely all right. उस absoluteness में भी there have been moments when we felt low. There have been moments when we felt we're not feeling good. There have been moments when we felt lost. There have been moments when we felt disoriented. There have been moments when we wanted to speak to some people. There have been moments we wanted to engage. तो हमारे अंदर भी एक patient है. And I say it personally as well that even I felt low in these last few months. Maybe that my level of lowness has not been very substantive. Maybe the period has not been very extensive. तो ये भी है कई लोगों में the sharpness of decline is extensive and the period has been very prolonged. So I think there is a very serious need to address the fact that mental health and the need for mental hygiene is now taking center stage.
Right. So would you say that the concept of oneness is getting strengthened after COVID, like now that
तकलीफ तो समझिए कि सभी को हुई है, आपको हुई है, हमें भी हुई है, गरीब जो हमारे यहाँ जो दरबान है उसको भी हुई है. तो एक तरह से we are all in the same boat and it's the same storm for the entire boat, except that in the boat some people are at deck level, some people are at different places, some people are in air conditioned cubicles, some. तो आप बोट के अंदर कहाँ हैं उसमें there could be a difference. But effectively कश्ती में सभी एक ही है, एक ही कश्ती में सब लोग, आप भी हैं, मैं भी हूँ. और जो the storm is also the same for the entire ship, except that some people are feeling it less. I consider myself to be privileged. घर बड़ा है और साधन है, आमदनी की साधन है, और more important कि मुझे सुबह 9 बजे से शाम को 6 बजे या 7 बजे तक के लिए मेरे पास काम है. I'm keeping myself productively engaged. I'm keeping myself intellectually challenged. I feel myself extremely fortunate. कई लोग ऐसे हैं जिनको इतना काम नहीं है उनके पास, दिमाग सड़ रहा है. So I think there are some people in the boat who are sitting in different positions.
Right. So a very, very unique point. I would say that काम नहीं है.
Sense of empathy मैंने देखी. उसमें ऐसा हो सकता है कि वो लेवल ऑफ एम्पैथी जो अपनी पहले थी, जो एपैथी थी, एम्पैथी थी ही नहीं, वो एपैथी may convert a bit into empathy, but broadly if you ask me, I don't think you're going to see too many of these people. वो अपना जो आंख है, अपना जो नजरिया है, वो शायद लास्ट 3 महीने में I'm a doubter. I'm a pessimist. I think our fundamental basic sense of apathy runs so deep, और अपने अपनी अपनी खुदगर्जी की दुनिया में इतनी अपने अपने इतने फंसे हुए हैं कि
जी।
आपको लगता है कि 3 महीने के हादसे के बाद लोग people will start engaging with the unseen population. मुझे नहीं लगता.
Okay. So like I am being optimistic और मुझे ऐसा लगता था शायद कि
लेवल चेंज होगा. मैं समझता हूँ वो लेवल ऑफ एंगेजमेंट थोड़ा इंप्रूव होगा, वो आपकी सेंस ऑफ एम्पैथी थोड़ी इंप्रूव होगी जरूर, बट for the apathy to become complete empathy, I doubt. People, the DNA change takes generations to change at times, and we think that it's going to change, has changed in the last 3 months. I doubt.
So, do you think that maybe it's a step forward towards it?
Yes, surely I'm saying journey is there. जर्नी में माइलस्टोन की आर्ग्यूमेंट है. आप कह रहे हैं कि वो बहुत आगे जाके अपने एम्पैथी की तरफ चले. मुझे लगता है कि अभी भी क्लोजर टू एम्पैथी देन वी आर टू एम्पैथी.
ओके.
आप खुद ही देख लीजिए. मैं अपने जहाँ कस्बे में रहता हूँ, कलकत्ते में, the kind of people who've actually gone out to engage with the less fortunate has been not even minimal, nominal. It's been virtually non-existent. उसमें exceptions जो निकलते हैं वही stories आपको निकलती है exceptions की. But that exception is not the rule. It's an exception.
Right. Okay. So basically, all the like activity in the social sector that we saw, कि लोग help कर रहे हैं, support कर रहे हैं, सामने आ रहे हैं. But that's a very very small section of the people who are actually.
देखिए वो small, वो nominal plus nominal plus nominal plus nominal जब aggregate होके आपको अखबार में front page पे दिखता है तो आपको लगता है कि पूरी दुनिया change हो गई है.
Right.
पूरा पूरा समा change हो गया. I don't think so. I think it's just that the aggregated impact of reporting makes that entire instance look so exaggerated that we think the world has changed for the better. The world is still largely apathetic. The world is still largely disengaged. It's just that the quality of reporting and the focus of reporting which has changed. But दुनिया largely खुदगर्जी की तरफ.
और क्या किया जाए, हम क्या कर सकते हैं अपने अपने इंडिविजुअल लेवल पे इसको बदलने की?
ये आप जो सवाल पूछ रहे हैं इसमें ऐसे लगता है कि कोई मल्लम होगा मार्केट में तो उसको लगा दे तो लोग चेंज हो जाएंगे. मुझे नहीं लगता. ये अगेन डीएनए इश्यू है. आप उसको उस माहौल चेंज करना होगा और माहौल इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू चेंज. इट टेक्स अ जनरेशन, समटाइम्स टेक्स मल्टी जनरेशंस. इट स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम द होम एनवायरनमेंट, इट एक्सटेंड्स टू द स्कूल एनवायरनमेंट, इट हैज टू एक्सटेंड टू योर फ्रेंड एंड peer environment. I think these are very very long lasting things. It doesn't happen overnight.
Right.
अगर आपको लगे कि इस हादसे के बाद एपैथी से अगर इंसान एम्पैथी की तरफ चला जाए तो ये बहुत बड़ा एक कारनामा होगा. This will be a miracle. I'm a pessimist. I don't see this. I see the world being largely apathetic.
Right. Ankit is asking how to challenge individualism. I think very similar सवाल है कि हम लोग इतने खुदगर्ज हैं, खुदगर्जी है कि हमें आसपास के लोग नहीं दिखते हैं. तो ये
तो कहीं ना कहीं जो सवाल है उसका एक निचोड़ जरूर है कि ये खुदगर्ज अपने क्यों है. मुझे लगता है कि फंडामेंटली अपने खुदगर्ज इसलिए बिकॉज ऑफ द पॉपुलेशन लोड एंड द रिलेटिव लैक ऑफ इकोनॉमिक अपॉर्चुनिटीज. तो अपने को लगता है कि हम रह जाएंगे. तो ये हम रह जाएंगे वर्चुअली इज अक्रॉस एवरी एस्पेक्ट ऑफ आवर एग्जिस्टेंस. तो अपने को लगता है कि अगर हम रह जाएंगे तो इट्स बेटर टू बी इन द रैट रेस. वी नीड टू मूव अहेड. लेकिन अगर मैं आपको ये कल से कह दूं कि आपको और आपके इवन इफ नॉर्मल अपने 85-90 तक जिएंगे, मैं आपको कह दूं कि 150 साल इवन इफ यू गोइंग टू लिव टू 150, there's ample and enough for you. Suddenly your perspective will change. Then you will say, okay, let me start sharing it with people. तो मुझे लग रहा है कि कहीं ना, ये तो मैं आपको गारंटी दे नहीं सकता कि आप 150 साल तक जिएंगी. ये भी मैं आपको गारंटी नहीं दे सकता हूँ कि आपको इतनी आमदनी हो जाएंगी कि आप संतुष्ट हो जाएंगी. बट ये मैं जरूर आपको कह सकता हूँ कि आपकी अगर नीड्स और आपकी अगर रिक्वायरमेंट्स कम हो जाए तो relatively your income or relatively your wealth is increased. So I think the answer lies within. And I think the one thing that this COVID has done, मैं अपने आप के लिए कह सकता हूँ कि लास्ट 4 महीने में मेरी जो रिक्वायरमेंट्स थी वो वर्चुअली कोलैप्स हो गई है, क्योंकि ना बाहर जाने का कोई मौका है, कपड़े नए पहनने का तो मौका डिसअपियर हो गया. मैं अपने पिजामा और गंजी के सिवाय मैं कुछ पहनता नहीं हूँ 7 दिन. एक टी शर्ट अगर हफ्ते में निकाल दिया तो इट अपीयर्स दैट आई एम वेल ड्रेस्ड. You know, in some ways my requirements have declined and my relative wealth has increased. So my relative comfort level in life is increased, and hence my ability to share may have gone up. I think that's the only way we can start. उस पॉइंट से अगर आप शुरू करेंगी तो शायद 6 महीने में आप इस लेवल तक पहुंचेगी कि मेरे पास बहुत है, और मेरे पास बहुत है नॉट बिकॉज योर इनकम हैज गॉन अप बट मे बी योर एक्सपेंसेस हैव कम डाउन. मुझे लगा एक वो होप दिख रहा है कि अगर आदमी अपनी एक्सपेंसेस और अपनी रिक्वायरमेंट्स की इंडेक्स फिक्स कर ले और उसके बाद लगे कि मेरे पास बहुत है, तो शायद उसकी लिबरलनेस और उसकी जेनरोसिटी माइट एक्चुअली इंक्रीज. एंड आई थिंक दैट दिस इज द वन एरिया दैट वी नीड टू वर्क ऑन आवरसेल्व्स. मुझे आज मैं आपको छोटा सा इंस्टेंस उदाहरण दे रहा हूँ. कल रात किसी ने somebody asked me that I need a spare mobile phone because a child, a less privileged child, a marginalized child needs a spare mobile phone because she can't work without a mobile. आज की दुनिया में a child needs a mobile phone more than the adults do.
Right.
तो normally मैं कहता यार अभी तो नहीं है यार, अब बाद में देखेंगे. But I said नहीं, possible है. सोमवार को बात करते हैं, and I probably tonight extract 3 or 4 mobile phones, get them charged, find out which is the one which can be donated, and I'll actually give away a mobile phone. अब वो मोबाइल फोन देना शायद 4 महीने पहले 5 महीने मानसिक लेवल पर मुमकिन नहीं होता. I would have said yeah, it's not possible. Today I think.
Am I audible?
Can I answer that?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I can. देखिए वो ये सवाल जो है slightly complex है, क्योंकि supposing you're saving and you're not spending, correct?
Right.
Saving आपका बैंक में रहता है. Bank uses your money to give deposits. Those deposits are probably being used in capital creation, which is asset creation. That asset creation is probably employing people. That asset creation is probably manufacturing products. That the manufacturing of those products is also going somewhere, is probably being exported. So I am not entirely buying this argument because you're saving, you're not contributing to the economy.
Right. Right. So there you go.
मुझे लगता है कि by not making yourself productive, you're not contributing to the economy.
So there you go, Ankit. Are you feeling complete?
No.
Okay, so
I think by halting the consumption, you are like stopping the trickling down of money, like as of right now, like during COVID. It has stopped.
But आप उस savings को लेके you're also providing capital for asset creation, जो बहुत ही important है. So वो asset creation is actually. You have somebody have any more questions?
Yeah. So I guess we are complete with our questions. There isn't much question on the Facebook as well. So if you have, anything to say with regard to your dream of a post-COVID world, maybe something ideal or something less cynic.
इतनी environment uncertain है. किसी को ये कहना कि मेरा ये dream है, it makes me sound very grandiose. एक दिन निकल जाए और अपने if we are healthy and we are not in hospital, I think that itself is a good dream to have.
Yeah. So to that thought that we are
कहीं ना कहीं आदमी, we are not living year to year, we are now living virtually day to day in a certain sense.
Day to day, so hopefully we'll live more because we are living day to day. जिंदगी लंबी. सर आप म्यूट पे हैं. सर आप म्यूट पे.
Every day there is a reason to be victorious. Every day there is a reason to go in. I'm not saying go out, but go in and fight. And every day there's a reason. एक मकसद है. नहीं कहीं इस दुनिया में मैं समझता हूँ last 4 साल में there are a lot of people जिसकी जिंदगी से मकसद हट गया है. But मैं समझता हूँ कि मकसद deepen हुआ. So I'll tell you one thing, and I think I say this to a lot of people, that this year is probably the greatest year of our life. आप कई लोगों को लगता है कि इतने मुश्किल के वक्त तो आप ग्रेटेस्ट से कैसे कह सकते हो. तो मेरा एनालिजी बड़ा इसमें बहुत ही सिंपल एनालिजी है. द ग्रेटेस्ट इनिंग्स आर प्लेड ऑन द मोस्ट टर्निंग ऑफ विकेट्स. विकेट जितनी टर्न होती है, क्रम्बल होती है, उसी पर तो सबसे बड़ी इनिंग्स खेली जाती है. वो आज की दुनिया का जो पिच है वो सबसे सबसे मुश्किल का पिच है, and I think on this whatever innings we play is probably the greatest innings of our life. This is the, तो मैंने अपने विजन स्टेटमेंट में 2020-21 के लिए लिखा है,
जी,
this is going to be the greatest year of our life.
okay,
And I think that one line for me has been so liberating. It's brought a lot of meaning into my existence. मैं
right,
जो भी कर रहा हूँ जुनून से कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि मैं जानता हूँ this is my best year, this is my greatest year. कई
right,
लोग कहते हैं कि ऐसा खराब साल कभी गया नहीं है. मैं उस पर्सपेक्टिव को चेंज कर रहा हूँ. मैं कह रहा हूँ कि ये ऐसा साल मेरी जिंदगी में नहीं आया, शायद ऐसा साल भगवान करे कभी आए ही नहीं ऐसे. But I also believe that my response this year is probably going to be the greatest responses that I could have given any year in my life. In a lot of ways, this is my greatest year.
right. So to that, so making this year the greatest year of our lives as well. Thank you so much, sir, for joining in.
Entirely my pleasure. Thanks for having me. Goodbye. Have a great evening.